Being a successful trader is really nothing more than understanding, I guess, how to time the market and have time in the market as well, right? So, silver, I really started trading silver more than gold probably this year. And I don't really have a reason as to why it happened. I just started trading silver in January. I liked it and I just stuck with it. There's I like gold too. Gold is what I started with and like when I started trading. I don't know why I didn't trade silver in 2019, but whenever gold was at 1300, that's the one I caught on the Elliott wave. I don't remember looking at silver like that. I looked at silver a little bit last year, but I wasn't necessarily trading silver like that. I remember trading it a little bit when it was at like $25 a troy. Ain't that crazy? So it's just about understanding where you are in the market. If I understand that we bought over here, remember that Asian session, and we bought over here during, I did it actually. We bought over here, we blew our shit, it pulled back too far, remember? And then people, this is US session, they probably could have entered here, but obviously by closer time to US session. So I'll wake up later in US session. I'll go to sleep early US session, wake up later in US session. But I'm a person that likes to ride it out, so I would have caught the whole thing regardless because I caught it on my bigger accounts, but the smaller accounts couldn't hold. So that's what I'm really doing sometimes in the signals. I know y'all probably don't have like that mindset to think about it that way, but it's like I have to deal with a large group of people. Like I have like 100 and something people between both signals, right? So that's what I'm doing. If I know that I blew an account, I'm really just giving people time to load. But it's just like even when loading, it's like I was able to catch this move over here, but my entries were over here. They weren't over here because I wasn't fucking awake. I cannot be awake, and I know I'm not going to be awake early US session. I wake up later US session. So by the time I woke up, it was probably like right over here, right? But I was still able to milk the entire move. But you see where I have this marked up kind of, and I'm watching over here. This was the top of US session yesterday. What's today? Wednesday. So yeah, this was like April the 14th, and we're on the 15th right now. I understand that we're at a high point only because I bought at a low point because I watched this low form as well, but I wasn't awake for this low, and then I woke up and saw it here. I thought that the market could have fell right here, right? But then fundamentals pushed it a little bit further. I'm not a fundamental trader. I really don't keep up with all that kind of stuff. Let me just close this because I'm not playing with that shit. And especially when I come after like off of big trades, like bro, I did really good yesterday off of that silver play because it bought all the way up from here, but I can't help it if it doesn't hold the trade on small accounts. But what I can do what I do after coming off of big days is I really just kind of take it easy on the market. I pulled the majority of the money out and only traded with a little bit of it, and it really only was the drop from here to here. That's all that I've been looking at it for, but I trade exactly what I see. So the drop that I see from here, and I understand that the market is at a high point, and then it's just consistently making lower lows and lower highs. Then let me see if I can find a reason to sell. But I don't know. Like I could see that it possibly could come down pretty far, but I have an issue counter trend trading because you never know how far something is gonna fall on a counter trend trade. I really wait for it to get back into a buy because I remember, I already fucking bought over here. Bro, it's only been the first 48 hours of the market being open. It's not even fucking Wednesday, mate. It's just not Wednesday. It is 12 o'clock London session on Wednesday. It's not even Wednesday yet, and we've already been trading from over here. Blew a $50 account on the pullback here, but it pulled back too fucking deep. I can't help that. It's okay. But then the market go all the way up, and I'm thinking it's gonna reverse over here. It really didn't reverse over here. It threw like a little tiny flag and then popped a little higher. I just saw the reversal tonight for London session tonight, right? And that's only because they got this little extension here, but that's the same extension that I was trying to watch over here, but the extension went a little bit and failed. And that's exactly why it went a little bit here. It might not fail because we are in a London session. Typically, London session is a counter trend session. If it did want to drop to 77, it could drop to 77 because like metals and assets are at a high. The dollar itself is at a low point, right? So then looking at the dollar, oh my God, bro, my students, my mentorship know what the fuck this is. I sent this signal to them last night or early in this morning. Oh my God, I'm clean. I'm clean. Oh my God. So I was watching it over here. I was anticipating for this breaking structure because we at a low point on the dollar. Like I just said, assets are at a high point. They gotta fall, dollar gotta go up. We got this spot on the dollar. Remember at the top of the week I was talking about how we never retested this area. I'm not saying that I gotta go all the way up there because technically the dollar in a downtrend. And like I just said, I got a problem counter trend trading because when that bitch wanna turn around, I don't want to be a victim of it. I'm damn near 9 years in. I've been the victim before. I've learned not to stop being the victim. Y'all could be the victim. But most of trading is just a matter of being patient because I guarantee you, I was waiting over here for it to fall. It fell a little bit, and then going into US session this morning, because I fell asleep at like 8 o'clock in the morning, going into US session, it popped. But I didn't even see the pop. It was probably on this red candle here, but it was already consolidating, but I wasn't in any place because I already milked the buy. It was a matter of waiting for the sales setup to get there, but not even a sales setup. I don't know. Like I saw the sales setup right here, but I wasn't trying to trade this morning. I for sure knew I was going to sleep because I wanted the mentorship that we had this sitting right here. Matter of fact, here it is right here. This is what I sent out to the mentorship yesterday, April 14th. And then before I go to sleep, I'm like, hey guys, just a little FYI. It's still breaking the structure, so be cautious. But I also send them voice recordings and I let them know, hey, I'm not saying sell assets, right? I'm saying it's better to sell the dollar, but the dollar is at a low point. So this wouldn't be the best spot to sell the dollar. But I'm not saying that the assets are just gonna fall from this level. It's exactly what I said to them. If you in a mentorship, you already know. We already know what it is. So that's what I'm explaining to the world. My anticipation is crazy. I don't know why it's crazy, but it's crazy. The setup has been going for 24 hours, getting ready to push the dollar higher. But all this news that comes out about the war and shit like that, right? They just had it. I think it was like it said live now. I don't let the news interrupt my day. I don't let the news interrupt my day because there's gonna be always something to worry about. They talking about bombing, da 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 da. Do you understand that news come out at a level of supply and demand all the time? I'm never surprised. Like, oh my God, another reason to make some money. But at the same time, I also try to keep in mind that people only have so much. But when I know for sure I blew a $50 account, I'm like, okay, let me give them a little bit of time to load. Because I know the market getting ready to turn around. So from here when I'm sleeping to over here when I wake up to the rest of throughout the day and I'm just now looking at it and it's just now breaking structure to damn near fall a little bit above where I was looking at it to fall anyway, to continue a sell-off, to sell off just a little bit, but I'm a buyer, so I really want the buy, not the sell. It's just a matter of keeping yourself structured in this market and keeping your mentality structured in the market because everybody can learn technical analysis. Everybody be like, look what I can do, da, da, da. And I don't want to go toe to toe with you, technical analysis, because my anticipation is crazy. My analysis is crazy. I don't fucking miss. It's not even a competition because it's like unless somebody result me, it don't fucking matter. You know what I'm talking about? At the end of the day, you gotta be able to do this, and I gotta show you. I'm just a regular ass motherfucking person because I am a regular ass person, and I don't understand why God want me to teach everybody, but I know that I could bring a greater depth to it and understanding for it for you because the same shit that y'all go through is the same shit that I've been through in one way or another. It's almost sad to say, but it's also a strength because I've overcame it. I never let that shit get in the way of nothing. And you can't let your environment explain to you who you are because you can work your way out of that turmoil, if that makes sense. So keep yourself aligned and understand, like I said, if the dollar's going down, then assets have to go up. But when the dollar is down and every low, whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend, gives you a reason to buy, and we see this low right here forming, and it's been forming since I warned my group, right? My mentorship group. I let them in just so I can let them know, hey, I'm not saying sell assets, but I'm saying cover positions. I'm not saying sell buy the dollar, but I'm saying watch out. I'm saying be careful. That's what I can say to them without like kind of like giving their trading too much bias because you never know. There's buy opportunities and sell opportunities. I could see both. I could for sure see both in every opportunity. But it's like sometimes you got to give that market room to consolidate and then form the setup and then you execute from there. So it's almost like if you don't have patience trading, it's gonna be really hard. Shit, if you don't have patience at all, it's gonna be really hard for you to trade. And I'm not saying I'm the most patient person in real life. I'm not gonna hold you. The most patient place I am is in this market, but that's because I've got great results from the market, so it's easy to be patient. And until you get those great results, it's gonna be hard for you to be patient. But if you follow what I'm saying and keep locked in, it's gonna make it 1,000 times easier for you. It sounds like Spanish in the beginning, but the more you stick with it, the more it's gonna make sense. That's all I got.